Hey everyone, so as you can tell by the title of this video, we're going to be doing our choices for the top 10 debut albums. We each have 5 albums picked apiece. So these are albums that were first released by an artist, their very first official release. And so these are our top 10 picks. And playing in the background, this is not in our list, but this is Garbage's self-titled.
Yep, and their debut.
Yeah. This is the 20th anniversary one too, the pink one.
Yep.
So let's just get it right into it. My first pick is Ghost's first album. And as you can see, I actually got it signed by Papa and a few other members when I went to see them not too long ago. This is a gatefold, and it has my favorite, my favorite overall Ghost song, which is Elizabeth, or as they say it, Elizabeth. Really amazing debut album.
Yeah.
I love Ghost's aesthetic, and all of their albums. This is an awesome one.
Yeah. What's your favorite song off of it?
Well, definitely, like, Elizabeth is my favorite song of all time, but I think maybe, like, Ritual was one of the first ones I had ever heard.
Yeah, me too.
And then, Genesis has really, come to grow on me.
Yeah.
What about you?
My favorite is Stand By Him.
Yeah, that's an awesome song.
Yeah. I love that gatefold too.
I know.
That cross is just awesome.
It is.
And the covers. You can't beat that cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's incredible. I love the castle and everything.
Yep. Nice.
Cool.
Okay, my first pick is one that probably everybody saw coming if you watch this channel. It's Danzig's first album. And, God, this is such a great debut album. Coming from Misfits and Sam Hain and then releasing this is crazy.
That's a cool gatefold.
Yeah. I remember, you know, that guy on the far right looks a little bit like you when you were younger. Minus the glasses. I think it's the hair. But yeah.
Oh, what about the goatee?
Yeah, that too. Yeah, what's your favorite song on this?
Does that one have the Hunter?
Yeah.
Then definitely that.
Yeah. It sucks to say, but this is a bootleg, and it's colored red. The original press is really expensive, and I don't know why I haven't like bought the original one yet, but
yeah,
this bootleg sounds pretty good.
That one's one of the few albums too that has a back gatefold as well.
Oh yeah.
Which I think is pretty creative for artists to do.
Yep, you get the whole skull.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think my favorite song on here is it's hard because this whole thing is so good. Maybe She Rides.
Yeah.
Or Possession.
Yeah.
And James Hetfield actually sings on this too. So yeah, Danzig's first album.
Sweet. My next pick is not metal by any means, but it's one of the best albums of all time. This is The Doors' self-titled album. Love the album cover. It's so awesome. And love the back as well. I think that's really creative. I love anything with like weirdly shaped faces.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, this is one of the first. This is kind of like my first exposure to the Doors, I think. This and like a greatest hits. Started listening to them in like middle school. This one's got like the hits that everybody knows. It's got Break On Through, Soul Kitchen, Crystal Ship, Take It As It Comes, Backdoor Man, I Looked At You, everything like that. I am a huge Doors fan in general.
Me too.
And I feel like they just influence music a lot. And even though like people do give them credit, I feel like they still need just a little bit more, honestly. Yeah. I think my favorite song off this would have to be Crystal Ship.
Same. Either that or Soul Kitchen.
Yeah. But the end is so good too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Awesome album cover. Perfect songs. Just everything.
Yeah.
Nice. Good choice. Okay, my next one is one that was very exciting for me to get. Marilyn Manson's Portrait of an American Family. That album cover is one of my favorite covers of all time. It's just so creepy. I love it.
One of Manson's coolest covers.
Yeah, definitely. If not the coolest, in my opinion.
Yeah.
This is the original Simply Vinyl pressing of it. It's got that cool label with the lyrics on it from Dogma. I used to have the reissue box set on green vinyl, but I had to have this one. I don't know why. I sold that one, and it was pretty much the same amount of money to get this one.
Yeah.
So it was a no-brainer, kind of. Yeah. I think my favorite song on this is Get Your Gun. What about you?
Mine's definitely Dope Hat.
Dope Hat.
Yeah.
Nice.
And what do you guys think that is? We were talking about this not too long ago. I said rib bones.
Yeah, I thought it was like banana slugs or something. I think it's probably rib bones.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that little thing has its penis out. And you got the Beatles over there.
Yeah.
And you got a little... Is it a track mark on a little child?
I don't know, but this album art is so creepy.
Yeah.
Claymation stuff can be like more creepy and like far out than like actual human bodies and stuff.
My favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah. This wasn't a cheap one to get, but
He denies it, but My Monkey is his favorite song.
it's not. It's an awesome song. Though.
I know. It's a good song. Alright,
Nice.
Good choice.
Alright.
Mine is yet another different kind of genre. I have I don't know, I feel like I have a kind of eclectic taste. This one was the first 90s album, in my opinion, and it wasn't even released in the 90s. This was released in 1989. This is Nirvana's Bleach. Obviously, this is not a first press. This Nirvana album, to me, is just as, iconic and influential as, Nevermind. I feel like there's so many raw and just, powerful tracks on this that just get looked over because a lot of people prefer Nevermind.
Yeah.
I mean, it's obviously got, About a Girl on it, but then it also has, Mr. Mustache. I love Buzz is one of my favorite Nirvana songs, so that's definitely my favorite off this album. Yeah. I'm a huge Nirvana fan, just in general. I need to complete my collection.
Which one are you missing?
Well, I have, the studio, but, there's a lot of live.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Kurt Cobain related things, that I need to get.
Love that cover.
Yeah, I know. I love the hair right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really strange to think about it, because it doesn't even have, it's got Chad Channing on drums, it says right there.
Yeah, I think my favorite song is either Blue or Love Buzz.
Yeah, Blue is awesome too. It's also got Negative Creep.
Yeah.
This is a great album, so one of my favorite debuts.
Nice. Alright, my next one is Megadeth, Killing Is My Business. Definitely a far superior debut album than Kill 'Em All, in my opinion. You probably disagree, but I like Megadeth more than Metallica. Dave Mustaine just kicks all of their asses, I'm sorry.
I mean, I love that album, but Kill 'Em All.
This is a reissue on, I don't know what label it is, but this is a reissue, and it is colored red appropriately.
Yeah.
And it's limited to, it's either 300 or 500. Yeah, really cool. I mean, if I was Metallica when this came out, I would have shit my pants. Because the technicality of it, oh my god. It's like jazz, but thrash metal. It's it has so many twists and turns, and the musicianship on this is unsurpassed by any metal band, in my opinion.
Yeah.
What's your favorite song?
Mine is definitely Last Rites.
Yeah.
I love the piano in the beginning. I think that's so cool, and then it just kicks you. And I feel like the cover art is so appropriate I don't know. It's such a like punch in your face kind of album.
Yeah. I think my favorite song is Skull Beneath the Skin. And I love this album cover. A lot of people don't because it's like kind of cheesy, but I mean that pirate font.
Yeah.
That's so cool. And the skull. I heard like the band wasn't. They didn't approve of this art, but they had to use it because their album had to come out.
Yeah.
I think they said that the blood on the skull is ketchup.
Oh really?
Yeah, and I think Dave said that there's like pickles in there and shit. I don't know. But
funny.
I love it.
Yeah.
It looks 80s, which is I like that.
Yeah.
It's supposed to.
For sure.
Yeah. So yeah, Megadeth killing is my business.
All right. My next pick is a complete 180 from that. I feel.
Yeah.
This band, I'm representing them on my shirt. I have so many feelings about this band, and they've already come up in a few different videos. But my next debut pick is the Front Bottoms, self-titled. We got Brian on the front, Matt on the back. I'm so passionate about this band. It's really not even funny. I listen to them all the time. I've seen them numerous occasions. They just announced a new EP that's going to be coming out, and I can't wait to get that. This album, though, like, it's kind of hard for me to believe the amount of songs that's on this album, and it's not listed on the actual album art, so I'm going to pull it out right here and show you guys if it can focus. It's got all those different kinds of songs. It's got Flashlight, it's got Maps, it's got Mountain, Father, Swimming Pool, Bathtub, Legit, Tattoo Gun, everything. Actually, funny story about Father. It's one of my favorite Front Bottoms songs, and last time I went to go see the Front Bottoms, one thing I love about seeing them live is that they'll play requests, which is not something that a lot of bands do now. And I wanted them to play Father so bad, and I was in the front row, and I kept screaming and screaming and screaming, and then Brian Sella eventually acknowledged me, and he played it, and I was just so...
That's pretty cool.
I was so taken. It was awesome. But I really don't even know what my favorite song off this album would be. I guess Father, since that's one of my favorites, but I also really like The Beers. Swimming Pool's great. Legit, Tattoo Gun. This is one of my favorite albums ever, I think.
Nice.
So, yeah.
I don't have a favorite song because I'm not really that familiar with it. It's one of her bands.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's my next pick.
All right. And my next pick, it wouldn't be one of my lists without this band, Typo Negative, with Slow, Deep, and Hard. Such an angry album, and you got Sale picking his ass over there. Yeah, this is such an angry album. It's all about Peter Steele dealing with his girlfriend cheating on him, and because of that, he slit his wrists, but obviously he didn't succeed. Mm-hmm. But he wrote this album in one night in his basement. And I heard that it's a bunch of leftover Carnivore songs, but I'm not sure if I fully believe that or not.
I recently heard that he hated that album. Is that true?
Yeah. Did you see that picture somewhere?
Yeah.
Yeah. He said because it's you know how artists say that each album is a snapshot of their life? Yeah. He hated where he was during this album. So
that's understandable.
So it kind of sucks to hear this and remember that time frame.
Yeah.
So
I get that.
Musically, this album is so good. Yeah, I think my favorite song is Der Untermensch.
I will give it to Typo Negative. Their aesthetic is on point.
Yeah.
Same thing like White Stripes, aesthetic on point.
Yeah, they stuck to the green.
Consistency. I really like bands that do that.
Yeah. It's got Unsuccessfully Coping, which is a 12.5-minute song. And it has Glass Walls of Limbo, which is some weird instrumental track. Mm-hmm. And it's got this Misinterpretation of Silence song, which is literally silence the entire song.
Yeah.
For a whole minute. but this is the record store day release that you got for me,
Mm-hmm.
I think, in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
And thank God he did, because it goes for over $100 now.
Yeah. I think I really like Zero Tolerance.
Yeah.
That album.
What about the album cover, though? That pee-pee going in the... Yeah, you know. So, yeah. Typo Negative, Slow, Deep, and Hard.
All right. So, my last pick, I'm pretty sure I've talked about this album in in our other videos too. And it would come as no surprise to anybody because I am an ex-emo kid. So, this album is like nostalgic for me, so it pretty much reminds me of my time in middle school, but I still listen to it. This band just released 2 new singles. This is Panic at the Disco's A Fever You Can't Sweat Out. This is the Hot Topic exclusive version. I'm trying to get everybody in there. But there's not a bad song on this album to me. Even the song that's in the middle, it's not titled Intermission, but the one that isn't Intermission. Oh wait, it is Intermission, sorry, I got confused. But even that song, there's no like actual singing or anything, but it's just amazing. This is like dance emo music.
Yeah.
It's got their number 1 hit. It's got I Write Sins. But oh my god, it's just hit after hit after hit on this album for me. And I just love how each song is so significantly different than the others, but at the same time they're so linked together. I love the aesthetic of like, I don't know, the masquerade stuff and things too. The music videos are just incredible.
Yeah.
What's your favorite song off this?
My favorite song is But It's Better If You Do.
Yeah.
Nails for Breakfast.
Yeah. Oh, it's really hard for me. I also really like Nails for Breakfast. I also really like Time to Dance. That's a really great song. It's got the typical emo songs where it's like 20 words long. but Panic at the Disco can get away with that. I don't really have anything else left to say. I just love this album. I think I will cherish it until the day I die.
Yeah, me too.
So. And
yeah, I'm not really into that genre, but Panic at the Disco is so good, just because Brendan Urie is such a good singer.
Yeah, and if you haven't listened to his 2 new songs, you should definitely go listen. Yeah. They're really good too.
I feel like if he was any genre, any band he would be in, if it wasn't this emo stuff.
Yeah.
If he sang like he does on these albums, it would still be as great, just because his voice is so awesome.
You can definitely, like, one thing that's really consistent with this album and every other album they've done, besides maybe Pretty Odd, is the heavy jazz influence. Not just on his voice, but occasionally the instruments. So that's another reason why this album is just golden to me.
Yeah. Speaking of Pretty Odd, that's like a modern Sgt. Pepper.
Agreed.
Musically.
Yep.
Okay, so the last choice is Misfits, Walk Among Us. Danzig coming in 2 times on this list.
Yeah.
Goddamn. This is your first album released?
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, this is the greatest punk album of all time, in my opinion. And, like, it's got Doyle on it and everything. I mean, come on. This album is perfect. It's a straight-up ass-kicking. I don't know. You just can't get any better than this. I really have nothing to say. Love the album cover. Love the pink. There's variations where it's like a purple sky or like a blue sky, or even the bootlegs put like a red sky or a green sky. But I like this pink one. What's your favorite song on this?
Oh, that's hard.
Yeah.
Honestly, maybe 20 Eyes.
Yeah, that's a solid choice.
Yeah.
I mean, really, any song that you pick off of this is, you can't go wrong with any. I think mine's Skulls. Or 20 Eyes.
We're both really big Misfits fans, and we're going to see Doyle for the second time in November? And don't tell any hardcore Misfits fans, but we're going to see Michael Graves in a week.
Hey. Yeah. I love those UFOs. That, I can't remember what movie it's from, but this creature is cool. And I think, there was some other, I thought it had vampire on it, but I guess it doesn't. But yeah, Misfits Walk Among Us.
Very, goth punk.
Yeah.
Which is another reason why, like, not necessarily the music, the aesthetic, I would say.
Yes.
I wouldn't say the music is goth by any means.
No.
But like their aesthetic is goth punk for sure.
Yep, which is very cool.
Yeah.
And in that same picture you were talking about Peter Steele hating the first album. It mentioned that Typo Negative did a cover of Vampira, which is off of this album, and I guess they must have thrown that away because I've never heard it.
Yeah.
I don't think they ever recorded it, but that article said they did, which would be awesome to hear.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Cool. So that was our top 10 debut album picks, and you brought up a good point about the last Misfits album, but the reason we chose the 10 that we did is because like just it's unreal that these albums were the first releases. Like your band puts out your first album, and the ones that we picked were just absolutely like phenomenal. Hard to even like fathom like getting that album.
Yeah. I just gotta throw this in there as like another nomination.
Yeah.
I chose these over this one, but you know I gotta rep him.
Yeah.
This is such a great album.
Yeah.
Favorite song?
Wicked Game. It's a cover, but I don't know. I just love that hymn song. It's a cover, but still, it hits home.
Diabolical Rapture for me.
Yeah.
Just want to throw that in there, just to give him some love, because this is a great album.
Yeah. All right, so what do you guys think would be your favorite debut album? I think that would be really interesting to find out, so let us know in the comments below, and we will see you next time. Thank you for watching.
Thank you.